I once thought that failure was a final stop until motherhood and school collided. I found myself face to face with a wall I didn't know was there. My name is Kashonda, and my speech is about failure and how it's not the final stop. I saw failure as the end. I learned failure is not the opposite of success, but it's part of it. When I graduated from high school, I went to college. I had obstacles that were in my way, and I only finished 2 years of college, and then I had to drop out due to family circumstances. I then had my daughter, who is now 8 years old, and I wanted to do better for myself. I had done things like social working, and I even became a dental assistant during COVID. But I knew I needed to do something more to better my future and my children's future. I then applied to QCC and began classes. After my first semester, I found out that I was pregnant again. This time, I knew I couldn't stop, and I had to pursue my dream of becoming a dental hygienist. My journey through motherhood, step backs, and self doubt showed me that failure is not the end. It's where the real growth begins. I'm balancing school, work, my children, my family. Not only am I balancing having a newborn, but I'm also balancing my 8-year-olds and her schedule. I also have a partner who I have to make sure I'm taking care of their needs as well as I'm taking care of my needs. And sometimes that can be very overwhelming. At points, I felt like stopping and not continuing, but I knew that I couldn't do that because I need to show my girls that there's no stopping and there's no ending until you reach where you want to be. During this semester, I did fall off a little bit. I was missing deadlines and falling behind in classes, and I had moments of overwhelmment, and I even felt like giving up, but I knew that I couldn't. I was forced to reevaluate my priorities, to slow down, look in the mirror, and have a conversation with myself. Remind myself of who I am and what I'm doing this for. I'm not a quitter, and I don't quit. I come back again and again, stronger each time. When my girls hear the word failure, I want them to know that it might be a pause, but it's not an ending. Failure has shown me how I can come out on top. Every step that I take is one step closer to the top. It's not a failure. Failure to me, I want everyone to look at as a pause to reevaluate the next step in moving forward. Small wins for me this semester were making sure I got that assignment in, passing that test, making small steps to progress my future career. The nights, as I rock my beautiful daughter to sleep each night, I found strength in softness and kindness. I embrace my failures as a stepping stone and not as an ending or a failure. Your worth is not defined by a grade, a timeline. You defined it with what you will do to keep going and growing. If you learn anything from this speech, I want you to take with you that falling behind is not the end, and it's the beginning of rising with a purpose.